Everybody can jump. Jumping is just a matter of going fast enough that you hit an obstacle and you fly in the air. That's just physics. It takes no skill. To go flying in the air takes no skill at all. What matters is once you're in the air, how do you manage that? What are the mechanics that get you safely to the other side? On our way to Big Wave Dave Pump Track in lovely Broomfield, Colorado, where we're gonna meet with Lee McCormack, who wrote a book on mountain biking, probably the book on mountain biking. And the dude is a genius when it comes to the mechanics of mountain biking. Once you get to a certain age, you got a job, you got to show up on Monday. You can't just send it. He and I have a theory that the best way to get into jumping is not to jump. Get onto a pump track and learn the mechanics of how the bike moves. You will get in the air, you will jump. Are you peeing? This is the intro to meeting Lee.
Hello.
This is the same guy right here.
It's the same guy.
Yeah. And this is Lee McCormack, but he goes by Lee Likes Bikes.
I do like bikes.
And he's changed his name legally. His last name is now Likes Bikes.
Likes Bikes.
And your wife is Mrs. Likes Bikes.
Mrs. Likes Bikes.
Have a seat.
I like the black chairs, dude.
So I have this theory, and I said it was your theory too, which is if you want to get into dirt jumping, one really safe and smart way to do it, don't hit jumps. Don't take your dirt jumper or whatever you've got, hopefully it's a hardtail, come out to a place like this. You probably have a pump track near you. If you come out to a place like this and you just focus on that motion, that motion is the same motion that then you take in the air. You're nodding. Thank God. Do it. All right. We had a little bit of rain, but so we're rained out. We're back at it. Okay, I'm gonna try to drop in. You go around, and then when you get here, then I'll drop that way, and then we'll see if we can't
I'll just stop when I get to
capture it. Yeah. All right, so we'll try that again. I'm gonna roll along here.
I'm not gonna run into you.
And you try not to kill me.
Pump, a hop, and a jump are all the same rowing and anti-rowing motion. The universe has given us sine waves of love. And a pump track is a pretty literal wave. I mean, you can see the shape, right? So like we have waves. We have troughs and we have crests, right? And when we're in a trough, so the bars are coming towards you, so you should pull them. Your feet are going away from you, so you should push your feet. It does some rad shit, actually. One thing is the arm pull reconciles the angle change through the trough, so you stay balanced in the middle of the bike, which is incredibly important when you jump.
Your movement is actually around the bottom bracket. So
that's key, man.
It's
key.
And
that you're on your bike, you stand on the bottom bracket, you stay absolutely still, and the bike rotates around you like this. And my dirty fingernail would be the handlebar. The handlebar follows an arc around your feet. A dirt jump set is a wave as well. It's just that the tops of the waves have been omitted.
You're riding the top of a wave.
It's air instead of dirt.
Yeah. I mean, you can draw that perfect line when you watch people jump.
Exactly.
Right?
It's
like
perfect
this whole thing happens. Yeah.
Totally. What's weird is, like, I've been a mountain biker for like 32 years. And this knowledge to me is only 5 or 6 years old for me. And it took me this long. So I think for most people, it's a really like a mind-blowing, different way to look at riding. Shredders. Gotta be careful of those skewers. So Alex and I are considering, this is like the biggest double out here.
So we'll try to hit it in here where it's a little bit steeper.
Yep.
And then we got to get over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's like 17. My feet are shorter than yours.
So let's call it 20.
It's bigger than the other one.
Let's call it 18 or 20 feet.
Yeah, it's like 50 foot.
It's big, 50 feet.
It's about. I think I'll just try to get it here, and then hopefully hip in a little bit here, because I think there's a decent chance of casing.
Yeah, it could happen.
In the sort of rounder part.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we're just taking the pump track, just the rollers and the motion of pumping, and letting it sort of follow its natural progression to jumping. Yes, yes.
That's when you know I'm like channeling my chi.
Yes, bro.
That's fucking life of fun.
You're the only guy I know that makes a karate sound. That was good.
Felt really good.
Uno mas. Oh, yes, dude.
Feels so good though.
So close. And you haven't jumped a lot of these jumps.
Almost none of them.
Almost none of them. So that's
Because all we did for the first half hour was like moderate speed, perfect pumping. It was just like climbing the pump, right?
And then when you got in the air, you felt really comfortable. So you're like, let me go bigger. Let me go bigger. Let me try this.
You know
one.
me, I'm like really conservative.
Like if the stoke's not there, I can't even ride. I'll just leave.
Yeah, and if I was with like the wrong group, I wouldn't do it. So a huge part of learning to jump and being a good rider is getting a good crew. It's really important.
Lee actually wound up doing things that he hadn't done before on that pump track, and he was just in the zone, and I stopped, and he just kept riding. So I know that he was stoked. Really good vibes, great vibes with a bunch of folks that were there. Love the pump track because kids are just getting into the sport. Guys like my age are getting into the sport, so it's beautiful. To be out there. It's been too long. I was really happy to get back, and so hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll make more, and we'll see you. Let us know what you want to see and what you need us to make and what you're interested in, and we're all over it. You don't have to focus on jumping to jump. That's what this video was about, is get good at pumping, and the jump is gonna, it's gonna happen because you're gonna be going faster. You're going to be making the right shape, and you'll know what to do, right?
You know what's really, really fun? Is if you can find a really big roller, like a big one, you can start by pumping it, and then you can treat it like a tabletop, and you can jump off the beginning of it, and you'll only be like a couple inches off the ground, and you can skim across the top and get the feeling of flight, but you're this far off the ground. It's perfect.
There's a big roller at, it's a wooden roller at Trestle. You know the one I'm talking about? And you hit the front of it, and I don't think you're more than a few inches, but you're a few inches for like 25 feet.
Right,
you
that's
know?
what I'm getting at.
And it's such a cool feeling.